Is it right? 100%, you know?
What you mean, man, I fuck up the scene if I step on. Now tackle the road without my weapon. Girl, give me the pussy so every second, yeah. Give me second, one of them fi bust a sweat pan, yeah. Up with the green, I got me the pan, hey mama. Tattoo the queen, the on my left hand. House pan deal, couple mil, the on my left hand. Family first, I got me the pan. Tell us I'm grateful and gifted, cups up, spliff big, she love fuck. Me addicted, just a live life as a rich kid. Grateful and gifted, cups up, spliff big, she love fuck. Me addicted, just a live life as a rich kid. Aye. Remember me tell us how we a got big. Genocide man undefeated. Make a fuck off for them girl more wine. That I know me style and none of it sleepy. Shame the pussy them, that's what we did. Money me need, fake love no needed. Bag a running that we no deal with. Friend you want kill you, what's up people wicked. Them know me no smile with me energy. Find the remedy for silent me enemy. As I make a penny so them start to penny with. Like get a youth no for rich what them must said to me. Man I wish life all when them wish death for me. No left my gun door, pussy can't step to me. Me never beg no man hard work rescue me. I jack control my destiny. Tell us I'm grateful and gifted. Cups up, spliff big, she love fuck. Me addicted, just a live life as a rich kid. Grateful and gifted. Cups up, spliff big, she love fuck. Me addicted, just a live life as a rich kid. What you mean, man, I fuck up the scene if I step on. Now tackle the road without my weapon. Girl, give me the pussy so every second, yeah. Give me second, one of them fi bust a sweat pan, yeah. Up with the green, I got me the pan, hey mama. Tattoo the queen, the family fan. House pan deal, couple mil, the family fan. Family first, I got me the pan. Tell us to be grateful and gifted, ay. Cups up, ay. Split big, ay. She love fuck, and me addicted. Me just a live life, me wasn't a rich kid. Tell us to be grateful and gifted, ay. Cups up, ay. Split big, ay. She love fuck, and me addicted. We just a live life, me wasn't no rich kid. Make it run, man, I fuck up the ground, yeah, from me up here. Yeah. Girl, I come for the fun, you see the cock here. My life I make more change than a cashier. Stay in my own fucking lane, yeah, from me a steer. Tell them, come and stop me bread, then me no care. Madness people go there, but all them not have no fear. They think so loud, I lift them death, brother, them must hear. We just a reach the first gear, to thank the Father up there. Grateful and gifted, ay. Cups up, ay. Split big, ay. She love fuck, and me addicted. Me just a live life, me wasn't no rich kid. Tell us to be grateful and gifted, ay. Cups up, ay. Split big, ay. She love fuck, and me addicted. We just a live life, me wasn't no rich kid, ay. Go for the crown, king, yeah. Strap on my belly, top of the mountain. Can't count me out, them know I'm counting.
All for money too.
While I'm me out, I do my own thing. Man, for the mission, yeah.
You know that.
Go for the crown, king. Man, for the mission, yeah. Fire in the rain, done they tell you what we name. Suck your mother boy, can you can get me energy for drain. Start the potion, cut the matic watching. Ready for the aim, me spend it. Every palm I watch, me spend it. Every palm I chain, me step it. God in me had more time, the devil in my brain, me thank me. Mad every day, not dash the belly in the drain, we never. Shaking at the sunshine, dog me. Steady in the rain, the mountain, girl, the mountain career. When me shell in the game, greatness set clean, I'm a vein again, me. Step in the plane again, me. Get rid of the pain again, me. Take lead of the game. Couple jet scheme, I'ma get she and her bestie when I lame. All of fame, picture tech, and them nine of the frame. Man, for the mission, yeah. Just pour me something strong for me slip on, yeah. Know them never plan for me live on, yeah. Who soul can't cancel my vision, yeah. Sure. Man, for the mission, yeah. Yeah, something strong for she sit on, yeah. Hope more the clip ram me have it on, yeah. I know some me are the man for the mission, yeah. Whole heap of food, go get your plate a cup. Me see them burn the buck, me see them afraid the fuck. Them see the flame no stuck. Don't watch that chain now. The Glock will stay on your shot. The girl them hear the chuck. The Josh wearing cut. Me see them sell out the moon and brother for full your gut. You a talker for all the brother will full you up. Them can't talk for pussy no push your luck. We push up one in the head and a foot to broke, yeah. Crips are poor, kush are tough. Me know me put in the work, but the blessing looks enough. Me know I'd fuck up with dirt, them is like we should have bust. Them run up for first, them you sell them to the dust. Man, for the mission, yeah. Just pour me something strong for me slip on, yeah. No, them never plan for me live on, yeah. Who soul can't cancel my vision, yeah. Sure. Man, for the mission, yeah. Yeah, something strong for she sit down, yeah. Poke more the clip, ram me, have it on me. And know some me are the man for the mission, yeah. Go for the crown, king, yeah. Strap on my belly, top of the mountain. Can't count me out, them know I'm counting.
All for money too.
While I'm me out, I do my own thing. Man, for the mission, yeah.
You know that.
Go for the crown, king. Man, for the mission, yeah.
All right. Big up to everybody. Man for the mission, guys. Big up everybody. Thank you guys for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up everybody passing through. Big up, guys. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight, guys. It's a revolutionized era. I appreciate each and every one of you joining in tonight. It's the 21st of May tonight, guys, and it's a Thursday. Anywhere in the world that you are, big up on yourself. Happy Slip and Slide Thursday. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. Big up to everybody for joining in. Special shout out to my members who are part of my membership program. Guys, remember, it's never too late to join in on my membership program. Don't forget to subscribe to my new channel. That is Mellz Vlogs. Guys, I went ahead and I posted in the chat. You guys can hop over there and you guys can subscribe to the channel. Help me to grow that channel over there, guys. Thank you for your continuous support. All right. And of course, don't forget, if you are indeed on TikTok, I am also active on TikTok as well. So you can follow me on TikTok as well. Big up to everybody joining in. Tuffet, I see you. Thank you for joining in. DL Citadelian, thank you for joining in. I also see you as well. Big up to everybody. Mr. West, I see you. Mr. West says up movement, vile crocodile. Big up yourself, Mr. West. Thank you for joining in. Big up to everybody who has went ahead and dropped, drop something in the chat so far. Big up to everybody. Also, big up to DL Citadelian for that gift that he sent earlier. Big up. Thank you for your support on the live. It's greatly appreciated.
Pull up our 20 Maticas spark. Wednesday, empty barrel. He kill a rock chain like Django. Village see them. Ain't true, me say fuck them system. See them style. Run now.
Act like your body.
Run him down.
Oh.
Hey.
Just act like your body.
Alright.
Run. Hey boy, a 50-69 clip. Run.
All right. Thank you so much again, Deal Citadelian, for that gift that you sent over. It's greatly appreciated. Chubby in the building as well. Big up yourself, Chubby. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. How are we doing, guys? I cannot believe it. Like, it's almost Friday already. Like, are you kidding me? Like, today's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday already. I'm telling you. All right. So we're going to be checking in. We're checking in. So, all right, we guys, you know that we are still bossy and we're slip and sliding all the way till summer. So it's a bossy and a slip and slide Thursday. So we're going to be checking into all things bossy and we're going to be checking into all things slip and slide. And speaking of bossy, guys, I mean, cannot be too greedy, but I wanted, I was predicting bossy to be at 5 million by yesterday, but, it's at 5 million today, Thursday. So big up to those who are continuously streaming the music. Bossy is at 5 million views in a month on YouTube, right? Make sure that we're continuously buying and streaming Masicka music on all major platforms. Slip and Slide is at 4.5 million views in 3 weeks, also on YouTube with 4K views per hour. Make sure that we are continuously, guys, supporting those two songs as we make our way until the summer. All right, guys. So also, don't forget that YouTube is not the only place that you can go ahead and stream the music. There's also Spotify as well. There's also Apple Music, and there's also different entities as well that you can always go and you can view the music. My two favorite places, YouTube and of course on Spotify. That's where I, watch my music. So if I'm going to recommend two places, those would be the two places that I recommend. Big up to everybody joining in, guys. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. All right, today we're gonna hop into Masicka musical highlight, and as we're making our way to album mode, guys, and we know that we're indeed expecting a summer album, right? We are highly anticipating this album. We don't know what the style, we don't know what the flair, we don't know what is it gonna be about, but we're absolutely excited for what is to come. And out of being in album mode, I want to highlight the two albums that we have so far, which would be, aside from the EP, which we know the EP is still an album, but we're going to be looking at Masicka's 438, just a little highlight, and we're going to also be looking at GOK tonight as a part of the highlight. Dented in the building. How are you, Dented? Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Up yourself, Mellz. One side to the landslide. Big up yourself, Dented Head. It's always a pleasure when you pass through. Big up yourself, and thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. All right, guys, let's hop into 438 just to reminisce down memory lane in 2021 when this beautiful album dropped. Let's hear, let's jump into some highlights just to reminisce on this album really quickly.
Has the most streamed album as in Jamaican. Masicka has the most streamed album as in Jamaican streams, 438. Give him a round of applause for that. That album was released 2 years ago, and it's still in the top 10 on Apple Music Jamaica. Never been done.
Yeah.
And just so you know, guys, that this album is always, even though this album is still in rotation as well. So something to really reminisce on.
Did you have to use the classic album, and I'm calling it a classic, to leverage to get a record deal, or they just signed you as a brand new artist?
I think the album played a major role in me signing, because from my understanding, from what I learned from the record labels is most of the time they're looking for a package, not just one song, not just one vibe, you know what I mean? And the thing is, music does sell, same way. People don't understand that. It's just the quality of the music. You understand? Music sells, people still buy music, people still interested in the music. 48 sells, like up to this day, it's still selling, you know what I mean? And the thing is, all right, with my deal and with my situation was, yeah, them like the music, them like the content, but where do I see myself going in 5 years' time? You understand?
Shout out to 438 on that album, guys. Definitely we can see the lyrical versatility on this specific album. Hardcore street tracks, definitely motivational records, melodic songs for the women, and also storytelling tracks, on this one. Special shout out to Tyrant, which of course became an outstanding song on the album, and of course, a carryover which would have been, They Don't Know. Definitely an older song, but it would definitely carried over. So even though the single came before the album era, the emotional and motivational style that made They Don't Know, it was huge, right? And was still, felt across 438.
Do you see yourself becoming a superstar? Do you see yourself selling millions of records? You know what I mean? Because if it's not that, then it don't make no sense. You understand? So it was basically like that.
Why did you need a label?
I felt like I have done everything I could throughout the Caribbean. Like I've been to most of the countries like 6, 7, 8 times, and it's for me it's more structure, not money. You know what I mean? And growth. So.
And speaking of structure and speaking of growth, don't forget though, when it comes to this album, there was a huge melodic growth on this album as well. So with this project, Masicka wasn't, it wasn't all about the bars, and it wasn't just about the aggression anymore. So as you could notice from this album, he blended melodies and smoother flows without losing his hardcore dancehall identity. So 438 was definitely a commercial success, which performed strongly and helped solidify Masicka globally. So it's reportedly because one of the Jamaica's top streaming albums, and it spent time charting on the Billboard reggae ranking. And of course, we can see the big fan connection through this one. So a lot of supporters connected deeply to the hunger and ambition throughout the album. And many fans saw that it was, a lot of motivation, on this specific album, especially when it comes to like, gym listener. Of course, you guys know that I'm a gym girly. When it comes to the hustlers as well, the hustlers can definitely relate to to the track. Young dancehall fans, are, trying to level up. And a lot of us has our own personal favorites on this album. When it comes to 438, definitely Suicide Note is definitely one of my favorites song on this album. Definitely when I'm in certain type of moods or whatever, I can definitely relate to Suicide Note. And definitely have some other personal favorites on it, like Quality. Definitely love that combination with him and Sean Paul as well. And yeah, and there's other songs on it that all of us can definitely relate to, and of course we'd have our own favorites on it. But big up to Masicka when it comes to this album. And of course, who can forget again, Tyrants always pop up here and there on the charts, always one not to stay dormant but always moving in and out the charts as well. So it's a great body of work.
With the record label now, you can reach, all right, doing it yourself, time consuming, and then you're gonna need the right team, right. You understand what I say? So personally with the record label is I already had a structure working off, so it wasn't from scratch. You understand? So they come in now, them can say, all right, this is the direction. We have this to spend. This is the type of connections that you need. This is the stuff that you do. Me coming from the Caribbean island, it's very difficult to, you understand what I say, to kind of cross over with the music and without the stuff stay. So the record label is good in some sense, and it all depends on the artist's work ethic. So you can't depend on the label to do everything. You understand? You can't depend, because the label, really and truly, the label don't care. Them have 100 artists where it's just another product, if you understand what I mean, until you prove yourself. You understand? So it's just up to the artists to work hard and show them so them got it, and you know what I mean? Definitely.
Masicka.
All right, so big up to Masicka for that. We heard him talking there, and of course, back in 2021 when the album dropped, we can definitely say that the album that transformed Masicka from elite lyricist into a complete dancehall artist, which of course capable of carrying an international level of project. 438 can also be said that it gave fans both the street Masicka and the vulnerable Masicka in one project. So big up to Masicka on this one, guys. It's just a stroll down memory lane as far as this album is concerned, right? And we're gonna move things a bit into the album Generation of Kings, just with a back in the day clip of 2023, where we had J Progress. He came out and he had some words to say about this specific album. So just want to talk a little bit and dive into what he had to say about GOK back in 2023 when we knew this album dropped. Hold on, where am I? Here we go.
Meant. I want to know we do it already, my people. This is as real as it gets. You hear me say? So we now waste no time, my peeps. Right now, make we stir up the gravy, take the meat off of the bone, and get to work, my people. All right. 2 weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks ago, me come and me bash the general public for what they must say about a particular artist. No, that particular artist what them did a talk about, right? No, has done something tremendous to dancehall, and everybody a talk about for the past couple of days. You hear me I say? All right. This artist what me a talk about. When you talk about talent.
All right, shout out to Masicka on this one. Of course, that this is the album when he was signed to Def Jam. Of course, when it comes to GOK, he sounds more refined emotionally and musically. Compared to 438. 438 still had that griminess to it, and it still had that raw street talent that we know that Masicka came with. But of course, that is something that I always compare both albums with. When it comes to GOK, it's more refined, emotionally and musically. So fans notice growth in his songwriting, his melodies, and his overall album structure. So what can we get out of GOK, right? We can talk about the hardcore dancehall, the pain in the music, the motivational track, and also he has the romance records on it, and also introspective storytelling.
when you talk about quality, when you talk about accuracy, when you talk about delivery, and when you talk about good music, you have to talk about Masicka, genocide. Masicka have delivered a wicked blow to dancehall right here now. Make me put it that way there. Masicka drop him album, Generations of Kings. People, roughly 2 weeks ago, so many people are saying, oh, Masicka drop a song, right? And so many people, Better Rock. The song me remember clearly, Better Rock. And when Masicka drop that song there, majority of the people them come out and Masicka by views. And I remember clearly I come and do a video and say, Uno let me down.
Yeah, I cannot, when a man definitely work from the ground up, you cannot lose sight of that. When he does foundational work, you cannot lose sight of that. But sometimes, your enemies will be surprised at the work that you're doing, and they will have all different type of things to say. But big up to Masicka, of course. I remember this album very vividly, and definitely can walk down memory lane, and it was definitely one of those albums to behold. Big up to Masicka based on the work that he has done, on this album. Definitely we had some favorites, some fan favorites on this one. Definitely when we talk about Rainfall, when we talk about Stars Are Us, Black Sheep, March On, Limelight, tons of favorite on this one. Definitely big up to Masicka. I remember so much positive things that came out of this album, and it's just good to go down memory lane and see the lovely things that people have to say about the album.
Say an artist like Masicka buy views. And Masicka we are talking about. A youth when him come from underground and start putting the work. Him never flop yet. And me go further and me say to them, say, uno tell me 1 year when Masicka no get at least 2 or 3 hit song out of the year there. From Masicka Bus until now. He is one among the most consistent artists in a dancehall right now. And me say, uno cannot call who are run dancehall unless uno go call Masicka and Chronic Law name. And now, look on the album. Uno think uno hear nothing yet? Me, I go tell you what the album do. Since uno feel like say, I just talk J Progress attack. Uno hear what the album do. Masicka, Generations of King. D-Tune, the great King Bob Marley album, Legend, at the #1 and #2 spot in the US reggae iTunes album chart. That sound like somebody we are buy views too, no? Want to tell me, say, him buy out the US reggae iTunes album chart too? And that you no want to tell me, say Masicka buy out the US reggae iTunes album chart for D-Tune, the great king of reggae, Bob Marley, from the #1 and the #2 spot in the US on the reggae iTunes album chart. I buy out that spot there too. Make we go further. Dancehall recording artist Masicka has released his first major label album, Generation of Kings, on December 1st via Def Jam Records. Both versions of the album currently occupy #1 and #2 spots on the US reggae iTunes chart after only a few hours of its release, pushing the chart. My lovely people, welcome to J Progress.
All right, so guys, just wanted to highlight a part of the Masicka highlight for tonight. Just wanted to highlight those 2 albums. It just felt right, given the fact that that we are gearing up for our new summer album, just to kind of go down memory lane as far as those 2 great albums is concerned, and just to kind of like compare both of them to kind of like CRN in what's next for us, what Masicka will bring forward, and just pure excitement as we the highly anticipated album approaches. Hopefully it's within June, well, not June, but July or say August, but we're highly waiting for the album to drop. So, it's a good look so far as it relates to, those two great projects that we've had already. Excluding, Her Name Is Love, not the highlight for tonight. But of course, love the work that Masicka has put into these two albums, and we cannot wait to see what he has in store for us next. All right, guys, big up to everybody checking in. Big up to everybody checking in. Everybody checking in. Just Skinny in the building. Big up yourself, Just Skinny. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. All right, guys, as we move our way out of the Masicka highlight for tonight, we're gonna move into the Masicka universe, where of course we're just gonna look and check to see how the fans are reacting to Masicka music, kind of like dive deep into what's going on, what's happening, type of thing where the fans are concerned. Big up to Kyle, one side in the building. How are you doing tonight, Kyle? Big up yourself. Thank you for joining in on the live for tonight. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. We also have Just Skinny that says Slip and Slide 800K on Spotify. I know. Just Skinny, Slip and Slide is moving. It's moving. And I'm telling you, it seems, just as you said the other day, it's making its way to Bossy. Oh my goodness. Bossy, we need to get moving and get to 1 million already, because of course Slip and Slide is coming, and it's coming for you as well. First, we have in the Masicka universe tonight, we have one of Masicka most underrated song. So here we have Delarue posted this one, and let's hear what he has to say. Brand spanking new videos, guys, what the fans are interacting as far as Masicka is concerned.
Before you work, them men pop out the block, then a rascal while Grace man a get slapped. Black full of eyes, you them shot, then a face and no acting, nobody can stop me. When me do, charge up the money like a battery. Find two shop and say you bad that a mockery. Watch me, pull up on the men's like a taxi. Me see your gun box and smoke and get jumpsy. Funeral or taxi, that way by strappy. No boy, no hard to catch like the latchy. Me find out a girl clown, she came with Ashley. Ashes, those people you did not see. Any man in farm, get on, rob the factory. Run from which bumbo club, boy, not to be rather run wanted. Never rather run wanted. Man, I run up and down, and I jump out. I'm pull up on the fence.
All right, big up to Masicka, guys. Big up to Masicka instead of the Masicka universe. Mellz, you need some meme over here. I mean, just kidding, I do have some meme. I do have some memes, but I need to recalibrate those memes, in all honesty. Sometimes them get tired. I just need to get some new ones. For real. Once I get some time, most definitely I will get some memes over here. ASAP Rocky. All right, guys. So let's move into the Masicka universe. What else do we have? Inside of the Masicka universe?
One wicked rider. One wicked rider. Side on. One wicked rider. One wicked rider.
You see, gonna make some Just Skinny? All right, sounds good. Make the man send them to me, of course. Let me see where you're going with. All right, what a vibe in celebration of 5 million views in a month on Bossy. What a vibe. Let's see what else we have here.
Hey, pull up that blood clot, there's a patient.
Yo, I was not expecting this at all. Oh my days. All right, guys, shout out to everybody joining in on the live for tonight, guys. Make sure that we're liking, we're sharing, and we're subscribing to the channel if we're new here. Guys, don't forget that you can also support the live. Thank you so much for your appreciation. All right, guys, we're gonna move into it, the Slip and Slide, a little bit outside of the Masicka universe, and we're gonna look at this video here where, of course, this guy, he said that that Vybz Kartel rather needs deeper music. So definitely want to dive into that conversation to see what that's really about. as he was very vocal based on, not too happy with everything that's been, happening in the dancehall space as far as what, Vybz Kartel is up to. So let's just take a look based on what he is saying here.
Tell her talk to him, bumbuckler. You get me? I say, cause nobody can talk to him. So, but I be go talk to you right now. Cause if you appear fuckery, I keep up. You get me? I say, and the whole of the Gaza fans them I say, yo, we don't mean well at a peer fight. We a fight against you. We bad mind you. Come we talk about music now. Cause music we love. Zane? Cartel. You go to prison for 13 years, Zane. And you come out of prison right now. You know what you have what you can talk about? You can't talk about your experience in a dog. 90% of
So I guess what we're hearing here, Vybz Kartel, what his ducks are not in line as far as, his priorities are not straight.
the songs them will live on, dog. A songs where people can relate to, Enough you go to prison, dog, and come out, and I try find a way in a society, dog. You can be the mirror, dog. For them youth they see a way, And plus the youth they wanna go in there yet, Cause you saw you they come like a desert and destiny, dog. You can't guide them, dog.
Yeah, but Vybz Kartel is not out here guiding anybody. I don't understand how people not understand that by now. Vybz Kartel is not that type of person to be out here guiding anybody.
And redirect them in the blood. And show them say, yo.
Kartel himself want guidance. See, the man come out of dancing and draws. Like, he needs guidance. How can somebody who need guidance give somebody guidance? That doesn't work.
Prison is not the way, dog. At 13 years in, you go to prison find a dog. A whole heap of material that in a dog. You know, have to come out and talk about no gun and worry and a girl and in a girl throat in a dog.
Yeah, there's so much things that you can say and contribute. As far as being somebody in the business for so long, all right? So eager to come back to dancehall, so eager to, of course, be a part of everything that's happening in the space. You're hugging, you're clothing the space. It's like you're just me, I type of thing, where there's different things that you could have done. One of my things that I thought was gonna happen, or I would have suggested, if Vybz Kartel was really smart enough, was rebuilding the whole, possibly, maybe not so much the Portmore Empire, but making amends with the whole Gaza crew or the whole Gaza fraternity, even if it means maybe not as it was back in the day. But I feel as though there's so much energy and there was so much bad blood still that was, happening over there, like so much people, Vybz Kartel fumbled, and I would have thought that he would have made an amends, of course, with the Gaza fraternity. And I would have think that would have really, show forth volume, and especially what he's out there pushing as far as, God is the greatest and all of this God thing, and, trying to show the world that you are different now and you're a changed man. I think doing something like that would have speak volume, That's just my thoughts on that.
Why you feel so we love Bob Marley so dog? Peter Touch. Why? Why the world love Bob Marley?
Peter Tosh. Oh, boy, touch.
So, because Bob Marley talk about things where we can relate to, dog. And everybody can get up and buy a Lamborghini and a Ferrari, dog.
But it's not even about that, because you're saying that you're making this about the music, right? And if we're going to make this about the music, we cannot make it about what a person has. So who cares about the Lamborghini? Who cares about the house? Who cares about the money? Like, strip all that away, and you are still left with your talent, type of thing. So we don't care about all of that stuff. What we care about is the music, and we have to understand. And I say it already: the music that Kartel is producing, it does not have any depth to it. That's why it's not sticking. That's why it's just fall off flat to the floor. And nobody is using it. Nobody is gravitating to it. Like, maybe only the Gaza people, them alone, probably a fluff it up, make it seem like something greater for the music. But there's no depth to the music.
Who not have money can't relate to that, dog. You have to talk about things where the youth, them in a society, can talk or can relate to, dog. 13 years in a prison, dog. A whole heap of material, a whole heap of things you can't talk about, you know. Girl, your woman betray you. Your friends ain't turn them back on you. You lose your freedom. When I tell you, I wonder if you're going to come out. A whole heap of material that, you know, dog. If you really, really want to win the Grammy, start dig deeper, dog. More than just under girl blood.
So you see what I'm talking about? You see, there's no depth. There's no depth in the music, and again, there's so much ideas, right? The Gaza fraternity would have been one of my ideas, as I mentioned. One of my ideas would have been, you know, doing like Bad Habit production. I said doing a whole documentary. If you have the money to buy Lamborghini and Rolls Royce or whatever the hell that you're buying, you could have put together a good production team, and you could have done a documentary. You could have done a documentary based on your whole life. I mean, you've been in dancehall long enough that you could have done that. I believe that would have been able to speak so much volume. And whether directly or indirectly, that would have speak volumes. So the younger youths growing up, they could have seen your story. I mean, you know, if you put everything in there, we understand say your story is not the best, but I mean, there must have been things that, you know, people could have gravitated to and take and was able to relate to.
Right now, you should drop all a prison album right now, dog. People want to hear your experience, dog. Where the documentary there? A whole heap of things you can do.
They say experience teaches wisdom, right? Carter no out no one teaching no wisdom. If not drop no prison album. Vybz Kartel out here trying to make up for the 13 years that he's been missing in action. Living life like there's no tomorrow, I guess.
Dog. Where the book there? Where the book? Where the documentary? Where the music there?
Yeah.
Based on your experience, dog. I mean, no say you go through a whole heap of things over the 13 years, dog. Where the music? I know me that you come with that one music. Look at Tracy Chapman. You know time when Tracy Chapman sing, dog. We can relate to our fear music, dog. Because you talk reality.
Cartel is not that type of person. He's just not that type of person, Bad Habit. So, you know, we can only out here like wish and hoping and praying. But, you know, he's just not that type of person to put in certain type of work to be able to get to the people a certain type of way. And it goes back to that video that we were watching yesterday with JA Radio, where they're talking about, oh, you know, he's the king, and it's expected that he's supposed to live up to the people's standard, but that's just not who he is. That's just not the type of person he is. And I don't understand like why people act like them just brand spanking you to Vybz Kartel. We know how this man is. We know how this man is and how he operates.
You want to tell me, say the only thing you can talk about is the girl, dog, and the girl throat, dog? And you go to prison for 13 years, dog? A whole heap of material that you know, dog. Trust me, dog, if you really, really want to win a Grammy, the dog. Just start dig deeper, dog, and start talk about your experience when you experience in a prison, dog. As we said before, you and your woman fall out, your youth then get big. You go in a prison when the youth then spar, when they come out, your youth then turn big man. Have our kids have their own. That's a whole heap of material, no, dog. Yo, somebody call Cartel, man, we talk to him, dog. Everybody...
The man is in love with the internet. The man not have no time for none of them stuff the way you're talking about. The man in love with the internet, yo.
Yes, a bad mind. Blood, if you want to really win a Grammy and have the world in your palm and your hand, like how you have it partially right now, start talking about your experience, dog. We don't want to hear about no Bentley, we don't want to hear about no Ferrari, we don't want to hear them fuck with it. We don't know see you rich already. We want to know where you go through. We want to know every nitty gritty. That means that the youth them can know, say, yo, badness is not the way. Talk about all the morning when you get up, dog, and you're going to make some positive move when you realize that handcuff you in a dog. 13 years of your life gone, dog, for no reason. Where the music there, dog?
Cartel not care about that. So you ask about where them music there. Cartel just out here wing it and I try to, you know, make a little money. when the music no work, when him just go buy something else to get everybody talking. That's all it is. If me can get people to talk about me, that's all that matters. To hell with the music. That's what Kartel think.
And that the youth them want to hear. You have to talk things with reflection of society. And everybody can come out of prison and jump in $1 million house and $1 million car, dog. You fortunate. At least you have your talent, can do that. And everybody lucky like you.
Alright, just skinny, mega check it.
And everything is not all about bad mind. Dog, you have to compete with Masicka and Alkaline. You're in a different category by yourself, dog. You have one heap of material where you can't talk about. At 13 years, you go to prison for dog. And you want to tell me say you not have a prison album, dog? A prison.
Here's a skinny 300K in a one day. You say I go over India and check in at the shop there. Yo, at this rate, yo, we need Jaja. We need an India show. I'm telling you, Vybz, well, not we, but Vybz Kartel, them need an India show at this rate.
Album, dog. Even if you have bad memories and you don't really want to talk about what you've been through, dog. But you them in I get to, you have a role to play, dog. You them in I get to need to hear, dog. What you experience. Enough youth that can deter from go to prison right now, dog. Enough youth. You can't deter from go to prison right now for the experience where you experience. After your experience. Whole heap of material, enough of your friends then switch up on you. Are you a God alone? You could have count on for no say, yo, you're going to come out of prison. If you won't be able to lose faith, a one woman stand by your side. A whole heap of material that in a dog. We in a society can relate to that, dog. I say, yeah, you know it's a real talk, dog. Everybody turn them back on you.
Yeah, guys. So what you guys thinking regarding to what Bad Habit Production is saying regarding Vybz Kartel? You know, Vybz Kartel is just caught up on too much things, except for what really matters. And it's one thing when you really love and care for the music, you really cherish it and you don't take it for granted. And when you know you're just using it as a backup plan, and we can tell we have seen artists, it's not just Vybz Kartel, has seem to play with the music from time to time. They don't take it all that serious. While you have some people, they really take it serious, and that's why they are in the studio each and every day trying to, of course, make sure that they make quality music out here. But it's just I'm telling you, that's just how Vybz Kartel is. Nothing have changed, ever since I've known this artist. This is just how he is. I don't see him out here motivating anybody, telling anybody to, lift up their head and whatnot type of thing. So when people talking about Vybz Kartel motivating the youth and all of that stuff, that's not the case. That's really not the case compared to how we have seen other artists always step up to the forefront and always make sure that they are, advocating, for the youths, for the youths them and making sure that they are holding their heads up and they're doing the right thing. So just a whole conversation there with Bad Habit Production for Vybz Kartel. Here we also have another one from him where he's talking about Vybz Kartel and the Gaza Nation as well.
As a fan base, are one of the most biased fan base you ever see that. It's when they can't get them point across a badness and start use.
We know how Gaza go to work. We definitely know. I'm gonna pull that all the way back because I think some of the words in the front have been missing there.
Yo, me I tell you, say Gaza fan base are one of the most biased fan base you ever see that. It's when they can't get them point across a badness and start use.
Yeah, that's the emotion going to from 0 to 100, very quickly. We know that about Gaza fan base. And if we're not careful, there's other fan bases following in pursuit based on how, they tend to go across and getting their points across and their behavior.
Yo, me say me go up on a platform yesterday. I listen to some Gaza fans. Now all of them, some of them righteous, some of them conscious. You see me? But some of them, boy, I tell you, man, when they can't bring them point across and you not agree with what them a say, a badness them a use. Now me see why man have to go to jail. Man have to go to jail, man. Yeah, man. Jail have to full up, man. Because you have some people, they not no form of reasonability. Big man thing. Yo.
I was Siobhan. I'm gonna see Siobhan. Siobhan, where are you? Is that true? Come talk if I saw you go for Gaza for true.
Man, so me not talk about this again, but it's up on my mind, so me have to speak, you know. Cartel come out and pull a stunt, as me tell them before. Come out half naked and they dance and they wind up on social bumbuckler media. See? When not necessary. Because Cartel that, the king of dancehall. You understand? All Cartel have to do, as me said before, put out good music. He don't have the public in a hand and palm. You see me? Some Gaza fan base. Guess what the man ain't going to know? The man then go say, boy, when Cartel ain't go up on the platform and the wind up himself, and we are home of your watch. Cartel come from public.
Yeah, like I don't know why you're surprised by this, because that's just how Gaza people are. Always tend to move the goalposts. They're gonna move the goalposts and they're gonna always have the most to say to not holding Vybz Kartel accountable. And as we know it, if anybody else to do it, anybody else to do that, you not would have heard the end of it. Again, how somebody turn on their post something on the internet and we just automatically supposed to think and see, all right then, why Uno look is supposed to be only for the females when literally you just post it on social media. It's there on social media. How are you going to differentiate who look from who don't look? It doesn't work that way.
Me and my lad can do what I'm do. And you want to tell me, say no, you're going to flip the script. And I say, whosoever we are male figure, the watch cartel or sick cartel, and we are the homosexual. And we are the homo. You know, Gaza fans are delusional, my lad. You know, sister, the man is delusional.
Yeah, and they come out and they double down with Vybz Kartel on the well, not everybody, not all of them, but lots of them come out and they double down on the foolishness what Kartel is doing too. Don't forget that part.
They want world such and such, because them the man, they are bring down the man. A Kartel are bringing down your self. Kartel are my DJ now. We rate the youth when they come on to music. But Kartel are do some funny thing lately. Me have to kind of watch him. You get me? I say I see where I'm up to. Because that I don't know straight man behavior, my lad. Even for the girls that are trying to attract, you don't need to come past social media come do that.
I've never seen any other man come on social media and do that. So whether musician or whatever, I've never seen it. So it's very weird behavior. Very, very weird and shaky and fishy behavior. Like that's just not acceptable. And you know, for all of them people there who have zero problem with it, like me literally worry for no. The people them who don't have no issue with it at all.
Because both gender they on social media, I watch.
Yeah.
And you want to tell me say some loggerhead Gaza fans want convince me. We say we are the woman.
Loggerhead. You know long me hear that word there, loggerhead. People still use that term there, loggerhead.
Yo, me never see Jamaican men in a crisis mentally. The man ain't get programs until me don't know how to explain it, yo. The man ain't lose their moral blood.
Yeah, because you know you have to understand that these people are being led by Vybz Kartel, right? And Vybz Kartel has no morals, he has no principles. So this is the so-called leader that they look up to, the Gaza Federation. So their behavior is not going to be any different from his. So I don't get it how people are making it seem like, all right then, oh, you need to be carrying himself a certain way, doing certain type of things, but that's really and truly not the person that he is. So we all see and know how he operates, and based on how he operates, his fan base are going to operate the same way because he's the one who is leading them, nobody else. The same way when I lead my team, I lead my team on my team is going to be a reflection of who I am. And for those people who are not my reflection, I know what I need to do as far as accountability is concerned. But your team is a representation of you. So in other words, your fan base is a representation of you, right? So if the leader sucks and it's the leader spread negativity and talk bullshit and just do the most and, you know, get in the mind of the people and, you know, have them think a certain type of way, that's what the leader will do. And these people will follow. But then you'd have a few people who would just stand up and definitely push back and be like, listen, you know, I might respect this artist, but I don't like what he's doing. And, you know, again, to say everybody in the Gaza would not be a fair statement to me, because you see a lot of people who are stepping away from the nonsense that's been taking place. And kudos to them. That to show that, listen, you know, morals and principles still exist, in a sense where right then, if I am not comfortable with something, I'm not going to be a part of it, type of thing.
I mean, I'm going to blame Cartel. Are the people them who are support Cartel, some of them, not all. The man ain't dunce. When I say dunce, the man ain't dunce until, man. I can't believe it's a big grown man a reason like that. And when you can't get a point across, you want to fight. And you threaten people's life. But remember, bad man, badness goes both ways. Not only one way. The whole of we are Jamaican. The whole of we know somebody. The whole of we have people can defend we. Even if we can't defend we, say we know people who can do it. The whole of we are Jamaican.
All right. So all the people who are supporting Vybz Kartel right now, including Vybz Kartel, this is exactly, you know, how they come across. That's exactly how they look, right? No principle, no morals. They just simply go where the wind blows them. Anything that Vybz Kartel tell them to do, that's exactly what they are doing. Here we have another message from Luxurious Outlaw. And he had a message for Vybz Kartel and also the people of Jamaica. So take a look based on what he had to say.
Do it, kill we, send we go to prison, and make we life harder. And listen to me now. That is for everybody. Prison ain't make for dog. Our life. We used to blood clot hard life. Long story short. Vybz Kartel again me come to you, my friend. Listen to me now. Make we make up and buy out Bomber Clot Jamaica. Me and your man. Make we make up, man. Make we put the blood clot powers them and we money together and buy out Jamaica. Because them boy don't make us do it for fun night, man. Make us do it for fun night and just know say you're going to go now. We are left some legacy for the kids them, and we are left some legacy for youth them. Because you doing more for youth them, you know. And you do right thing for youth them. So I talk to you, you know. I not talk to you no bad mind business. I not talk to you without.
Can't do nothing for the youths them. You know we are talking about luxurious. And if it real and come again pan a party, the most for the youths them? Nah, that's not the truth.
Pull down business. Because if we pull down you, we are pull down with self. Me I talk because we out here, we have purpose. I go through some similar circumstances like what you go through. Good thing we don't do with name blood clot commit no murder. But we go through sacrifice, then try sacrifice me, then try every blood clot thing in the empower to tap the energy will go come. Because you see energy will come now and the almighty purpose out of our women.
Well, glad they never sacrificed a luxury outlaw. Glad it's still standing. Glad it's still here to be able to make this video so we can hear what you have to say. All right.
I see you. God jail. I'm sit down on this Estonia. I'm a praise to God. Bring out Vybz Kartel out of jail. You can't do your research. You can't do your research. Because when someone out there, they say you fit that prison and the whole Jamaica give up and the whole music give up after you. And I say, Father, they understand. They don't understand. Nobody where you go through, boy and girl don't understand. We got 15 years now with America suffer. And they go through something. We say we now make the sufferation and we now make a problem. Well, we don't because we are Jamaican and we go fight for culture.
All right, fight for the culture, yes, and be strong and be resilient. Yes, we can definitely relate to that.
You see you come up as now, they do what you do. You come like you please the blood clot Illuminati and the blood clot demon Baphomet there. Are you bigger than?
But yeah, some people know them come America and is either two things gonna happen. They're gonna make the most of the opportunity or they're gonna just falter by the wayside. And me now say Vybz Kartel is faltering by the wayside, but I'm just saying that they're just choices that you make in life. So those choices can either make you or break you. And based on what we're seeing here, like we know that, and then that's the thing too. Like my question would be so much more so, if Vybz Kartel was in Jamaica, would he post a video like this? Of course not. And I think that's one of the main questions I think that I would want to ask Gaza fans, all of them, right? All of them who stand in solidarity with what Vybz Kartel is doing. If Vybz Kartel was in Jamaica and he was not in America, right, would he have posted a video like this one for the internet? Because I don't think he would. I am almost 100% sure that he would have not posted a video like that.
Them. Me I tell her that. Because you work for the Almighty. I'm see you go on stage and say, suck your mother Satan. That made me feel proud again. Yeah, man, maybe one song about say, I'm writing a music. Cause this is one year history. Bob Marley did tell we, Vybz Kartel come and show we. No one's gonna make it alive. Go ahead and just live your life. Get to youth to your mastermind.
Oh my God.
I'm a prayer. I'm say God, pray. But I'm say, you come out of jail, boy. I'm say, you come out as a boy. I'm say, you rip down the whole world, boy. I'm say, you do so. You know, the power we have, boy. Run for blood clot, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Me blood clot, turn up for the blood clot friend. Me be the blood clot. Me. We no business about what they want to, because we're not afraid for blood clot goat. If we are goat fighting for the country, we are goat. Because the pussy clot boy, them get how much billions $. Because Jamaica is insured and then get billions of $. For blood clot like the country. Come out of third world depression and the people them still down there dead. Them still down there mad out. Where's the vibes? Come on, man. I love we attack from we attack out our place of what we go through. We feel the burden. The prison.
That's why we need real people representing the music, luxurious. And I think what's happening with a lot of these videos, I'm seeing people are appeasing and they're begging, and you guys are just appealing, or trying to appease to the wrong people. Like, and I think you guys are just barking up, just sound like a dog barking up a tree. Like, Kartel is not the one to, definitely for you guys to appease to. That's just not gonna happen. Right, so that's why we need people in the music who is going to move the genre in the right way and do the right things, right? Nothing, no shaky behavior, no fishy behavior. Just making the music and make the music suffice, and doing that light for the youths them. And I don't know why everybody's just so looking to Vybz Kartel when we have literally men out there like Masicka, who has been doing it for so many years. Ever since Masicka come out at the scene, yes, grimy, underground and whatnot, war, lyrical, battle artists, he have always stand for the youths, because he himself, came from the gutters, came from the griminess and whatnot. So he can definitely relate to that. So I don't see like this 50-year-old man who has one foot in dancehall and one foot out. This is who is everybody's appeasing to, where there's so much people in the younger generation that has so much potential to literally, be that guide and be that shield for the younger generation. And whether we want to agree or to disagree, we definitely know that Masicka is definitely one of those artists. It's definitely the man for the mission, as far as upholding the ghetto youths and just making sure that dancehall remains in the positive light. We cannot depend upon people like Vybz Kartel, who is gonna do the most. We don't know what mood he's gonna be in tomorrow. We don't know what he's gonna post and whatnot. And remember, whether it's Gaza, whether it's whatever the case may be, fan base out here, the music is the music at the end of the day. And what people are going to say, oh, the dancehall artist. So we just have to be very, very mindful of those things. And to the people them looking to Vybz Kartel for this knight and shining armor, like, come on, let's just be real where that is concerned.
Them we are motivated. You know what I do? I use my pain and my dung motivate the youth. Them. And we are motivated the ground. We are motivated to come. We are not jail to so we are motivated to come. We have to run with some boy. I said, tell some boy, tap call up name and tap bring you down. I will see you come out and say, I ain't emotion. Yo, they have to give the blood clot Grammy. They have to give the Grammy. They can't grow on it. They have to give the Grammy, but a God. Give God all I praises. Please, my friend. I make them know say, God.
You guys think, guys, I don't know, Luxurious Outlaw him dip on some high steroids. Talking about the Grammy. Like let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes. We can do the most and we can whatnot, but maybe one of the initiation was him coming out in his underwear. So because these are our, at the end of the day, guys, these are award shows. And let's not even say that he cannot or won't win one, because we don't know what's happening in the back end. We don't know what strings are being pulled and whatnot, because we should already been surprised by the album that was put in for, that was submitted for him for Grammy, this year. And that album was nowhere compared to anything that was supposed to be submitted. So we don't know. So maybe the strings that were pulled, maybe they were not that attached, right? So much attached. But then what we can probably look into is the mere fact that, we can look into the mere fact that he probably, this whole rope thing and dancing naked is a whole initiation to make sure maybe that he win, the next Grammy. Who knows? So we just have to stay clear and understand that these are, just to what, Luxurious Law is saying, that it's a Grammy, it's an award show. And sometimes not the best man win. So we don't know. But, and let me just say that from what I saw with the Mobos this year, it was definitely a clear indication that the best man that doesn't always win. But that's just Mobo and awards and things like that. But we're just gonna move into, we're gonna look at Kishima's Francis, because she had some words to also say about the whole ordeal with Vybz Kartel. The album rollout. We know that his album rollout was this all the things that he has done out there in the public? Was it worth it? Right? Was it genius? Was it worth it? When album drop June 5th, is it gonna worth it? Let's find out, because Kishima had some words regarding the whole ordeal.
Nothing, but just have me, and that's how it work.
If Kartel do this and get the hit there, some of them she player, I go up on the head top for a hit song, Some man I go play number 2 to get number 1.
A man I come talk about me I show a brief.
Scatter in the comments. Dash out, make them crash out. What?
I show brief, yes. I mean, you cannot go out there doing things and expect people to go you out there and make yourself a mockery. So people are gonna give you names. You can't be mad and what and upset about that. You get what you whatever you put out there, that's what you receive. So good for you. I show brief.
Two of them love the DJ. Them can't talk the truth, say 50-year-old or 50-year-old. That's what I say.
Yes, so the album of Forward Wednesday, people, look out for it.
So him fully in promotional mode and him doing what it takes to get into the algorithm.
One thing for sure, no promo girl couldn't give him this algorithm. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say, yo, don't worry about it, man. I got it.
I got
it. Chronix himself. Him said to me, him know say me tremble when me hear him talent, because me not a hit song already. Marcus Garvey have hit song. I listen to have a hit song. Remember, the real issue is these homo things that they are bringing with the red, gold, and green. And that's the real problem.
What we need to do is clean up the gatekeeper them in a both genre, the ones them who choose the evil.
Winners don't ever complain about gatekeeping.
I am going to have my quality control and know what I play.
You're one of the gatekeepers for Onier.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, that's Kishima get a stray bullet right there. Gatekeeper.
All right.
I'm
so
not.
You're a quality controller.
Chris, you're not listening.
A narrative, not using a run from a title,
No, but
run
Chris,
from a role.
But Chris, me spell it out brawling field.
Listen, we hire some gatekeeper for your business.
No.
Do you believe that gatekeeping still exists?
Of course, gatekeeping still exists. Me do gatekeeping too.
And this is me giving your argument a tiny strength.
All right. All right. Go on. Give me the strength.
Them realize that sustainability in terms of getting that big break is not readily available.
But the reality is that they need a quality controller like you to give them the support, right? Correct?
No.
All right. No. All right.
Yes, but you get what I say, right?
We get to answer.
I strength me again, Chris.
Me, I hear you.
Video creators. I just found.
Right. Hold on.
Hit.
Yo, what don't you do?
Look here, one thing, me not make nobody put me in a no box, no time.
Yes, no
Be
box
all
up
you
thing.
can be, yeah.
No box up thing.
No time.
See
I
it,
feel
see it,
like.
see it?
But anyway, Chris, what heap of things are going on, Drew?
Yo, gatekeeping a keep.
I know.
Yo.
Yo, fly the gate, Chris.
Yo.
Let me always.
Yo. It's like said, we done that all like gatekeepers them now, and we are trying to call back for somewhere though. You see what I say, but we'll
Look
talk
here.
about it.
We'll get there. But first of all, we'll have to kick off with Vybz Kartel, right? This is the Kartel a trend. Have you seen the video?
Whether kick off or dash out.
Chris, you're a bit toppy.
Yo.
Anyway, check the levels.
Gaza Uncle, pre-order for the album Wednesday. Yes, so the album of
from
forward Wednesday, people. Look out for it. And
from Gaza Uncle here, this Mr. the man does work overtime to make sure. I want me see him online right now because I'm telling you, for the past few days, Gaza Uncle has been non-stop online, just non-stop, just streaming. Pre-order, for the old pre-order. Me I tell you. Speaking of the devil, yeah, he's online. He's online right now.
understand couple surprise. Depend it on couple. Is it? Yo, me no want nobody around with me for me. In my comment section where they me see a man show my forward for Instagram, I mean I'm boxers. A man a come talk about me name I show brief. Hey,
I show brief indeed. That's your name.
Hey, don't play with me. Don't play with me. All me want you to know, you know that you're special. No matter what you do, don't mess up. Yo, big up Chris Brown. Big up Chris Brown. Feature me on him album.
You know that you're special. No matter what you do, don't mess up.
Don't mess up.
And that's exactly
initially.
And that's exactly what he's out here doing, messing up. Oh my, can you see the irony in this? Don't mess up, and that's exactly what he's out here doing, messing up, guys.
Well, it's Kartel on the media like that.
Listen, me totally shocked. Totally shocked. And I just find it ironic that this was the same person that used to say, real bad man, no muggling a shots.
Straight jeans.
Remember, I know. And now, underpants and bonnet to deal with it.
Jaja, don't forget the infamous red robe.
Yo. John, one thing we can say still.
Things on time have so much change. I don't know what happened out there. I don't know what happened in the joint, but things on time has changed, and that's a good reference for real. The man they say, oh, they tell her no muggling on the shots, straight drink, and now it left from the shots to the drawers. That's what he's out here muggling in for real. That was a good example, for real. That was a good example to give right there.
But kind of used to, and clearly, you remember the last time I said that. Based on how the algorithm set, Kartel have got bust a married pants to them, but little did we know.
Yeah, and no, me no bad mind Kartel. Me just feel like him could have do something else other than doing that, right?
And then why everybody, when them do them video, them have to come out and just make that disclaimer, bad mind Vybz Kartel. Like, who the hell cares if that's what they're thinking? Everybody come out, make them video, no, me no bad mind Kartel. Like, who the hell cares? Like, people can come out and they can voice their opinion as long as they do so in a respectable manner, right? Again, the difference between disrespect and bantering. You come out in your jaws, you'll get bantering, right? You'll get bantering type of thing. So I don't get it why, if we're going to come out here and we're going to talk based on how we feel, based on things that we're seeing, it has to be a sense where, all right, then we have to put disclaimer out here, we're not bad mind Kartel. Like, that's weird.
I see the conversation across social media. Some people are say shaky vibes. They hear him highlight one of them and say I show brief and that kind of thing and making light of it. But what we have to realize with Vybz Kartel, long before social media, them man they know how to get into the space, get people talking. You understand? He is controversial, and because of that, he might go find a way to get back into the algorithm. And while many of us probably
and then why that has to be the case, Kishima? Because if it's a case where this man, according to what his fan base is saying, and you have man out there like Spoonhead, and you have man out there like Gaza Headquarter, aka Margin Boo, out there And other people who are prominent followers of him, his vloggers, all of these people, they are making it seem as though like Vybz Kartel is literally bringing dancehall on him back. And if it's a case where he's bringing dancehall on him back, and dancehall cannot function without him, why does he have to do something to have people talking? Why? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So it's really an eyebrow raising moment. And when people say it, they get upset and they make it seem like you're blaspheming because you talk bad about their God. But really and truly, this man is really not what they say he is, and he's not doing what people are claiming that he's doing in the space, type of thing. So it's really something to look into, as far as, this man is not running the space. He's being drowned out of the space. He feel his clutch. He's losing his clutch. So therefore, he has to do something. And we can see the pattern so far, ever since the year started. Is he them go buy something? And how long can he buy things for? He's been buying houses, he has been buying cars, and those things are really not working anymore. So then you literally had to come up with something, all right, then for really to have people talking, and you come out in your boxers, type of thing. So, explain to me then how this man is running dancehall, and he's everything that dancehall could ever wanted, and he's being talked about 24/7. However, he has to still do things shock valued to be valued inside the musical space. That makes no sense.
I feel like, at the wrong move, or him shouldn't go that way there because it gone too far. For him, mission accomplished.
For real.
Mission accomplished. Him then at the algorithm, we're talking about it.
Yeah, the issue that I have still is that because Kartel are one of them person where anything him do, him just commit to it.
Yeah.
That's what I say. When we just not understand, when we just not understand, because I seen drop multiple videos since then. You understand me? I said change up colors and everything. What I don't understand is just as individuals, specifically the man them, I don't understand why everything is like you have to commit to everything, because me can know say Kartel am an artist or Kartel a bad artist, but that me not really rock with. You understand?
Yeah.
You have some man can do that.
And it's okay if you not rock with it. I think what me find shocking is the comments with some of the man them were known in the industry. Like one of them where they me can't say from the top of my head, scatter in the comments. Dash out, make them crash out. What?
We always know say
that's just we have our stance on that already. And Scatterbury, like you really need to evaluate yourself. Definitely, like me not know what kind of lifestyle you live, but for you to really come out and say that, like that's just disgusting with a whole laughing emoji. Like, bro, disgusting. You're very, very disgusting, and you need to really evaluate yourself with that one.
The term used with an album is rollout. We never know a dash out.
No, and normally when they hear dash out, it's like a specific term as it relates to females, say what type of man in it's gonna be in the dance when you hear dash out or that kind of thing. Yeah. So just to see how some of the man them are reacting to the comments, like I found that like, okay, what the hell? What the helly? What's going on?
Everybody get liberal, and these are people say normally wouldn't really be endorsing anything like that.
Like certain things.
You get the man,
and I feel like people have to understand, say, not because you are who you are or based on your rich accomplishments and achievements means that you are exempt from criticisms.
You're sure about that?
Of course.
You're serious?
Yeah, the sarcasm, but yes, for real. Like, it doesn't matter how much money that you have in the world, especially when you're out here doing dumb things. It doesn't mean that people cannot come out here and critique and tell you that, listen, hey, what you're doing, it's not the right thing. People are indeed, open to, to critique based on what you're doing.
Yeah, I would know say like differently. Yeah, you're gonna have some people that gonna come at you because them feel like, okay, anything where certain people do is off limits and you have to just rock with it. No, you're not gonna just rock with it. We never expect that from Vybz Kartel. But again, he is the type of daredevil. He is the type of individual where long before social media, like I mentioned before, them man they know how to do things to get people talking.
Yeah, and it seems as if whatever him do, him just take everything forward with it.
Yeah,
You understand the pros and the cons.
One time back in the day, Cartel did tell me, say, I bet some make it to the front page of the Star. And I said, what you gonna do? Because of course we were having a conversation for music news, and you know, he was donating books to a library. And he was saying to me, him do a lot of good things, but sometimes people just seem to run with the negative. Anyway, I said, oh, you're gonna make the front page of the Star. And him saying, I keep on party, right? Admission, one soul. Some devil party, admission, one soul. And he was at the front, him did that on the front page of the Star. So yeah, I understand, say, him controversial and him know how to get people talking.
Interesting you bring up that, because I remember his interview with The Fix. Not his first interview, but his interview with The Fix. There was a controversial question where now.
Are you think people the controversial king, Vybz Kartel a controversial king? And just be mindful, guys, like if, you know, Vybz Kartel has been doing this for years upon years upon years. Like this man really know how to have people, you know, talking. Definitely, you know, keeping the conversation going, whether in a negative light or whatever light it may be in. But again, there's certain things we cannot just push it to the side and be like, all right, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to mess with that. You know, when certain things happen, we just definitely have to come out and definitely talk about it. And this is one of the things, right? We couldn't just see the man just all over social media posting in his underwear and not come out and say, listen, hey, we're not rocking with that. And if we can have people in his own camp come out and be like, listen, you know, we don't want to be a part of this, and this is just an embarrassment on what we represent over here on the Gaza. Like, you know, what say us who are not a part of the Gaza type of thing. So whether controversial or whether, you know, have people talking or whatnot, have people talking for the right reason or make your music talk for itself. I don't see why you have to do the most in order to have people talking.
Nara asked him about, it had something to do with, like, say, whether you feel like certain things in dancehall, but I think it does have something to do with Mana Bow or whatever it is. And I say, him can actually do it and make it fly if he want.
The man them can pleasure the ladies. You think that would be?
A man like me could have do it and it works.
Yes! Then that
You
was
feel so for real? Me no like when I yes they sound so strong. Cartel, so strong.
Cartel, the woman them been a ball for it and I say, Cartel, they need to steer the man. If you do it, them been a say that.
The man who are going to do it, I'm going to do it for him art.
Yeah.
And it will go work.
Yeah.
No, but them half a bad like you though.
That's my point. That's my point. So that's why I say, we not put on nothing, I take off nothing, or I think and I say, oh, me can change the culture, or me can shift the paradigm. No, me just be me. You understand? If me or any day me go and so and it's sweet, me go do this. Until then, we not get that. Me like, me not like.
You get the answer?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, this man just been letting his mouth fly. He's just saying and doing the most type of thing. Yeah, because again, he knows people are going to be talking. Oh my goodness.
You know, and like you also mentioned too, like it get to a space where he did that, people are talking about it, and it's almost like him turning it in a way where he is trolling.
Yes.
Him do the deed, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's spin-off. Yes, him promote the song. Don't mess up.
Right.
And we're say like, okay, it's ironic. Don't mess up, but look at you.
Listen, and then you see, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now you see where he's saying that somebody upon the internet I call him I show brief, because again, you know, the I show speed, energy, and that dominate the algorithm. Then Yaksta, you get me? So he knew that he had to do something out of the box, but Jesus,
because
man, tell you.
because his album is out for pre-order Wednesday.
And watch this now. Don't make him get a big monster international hit from this, you know. Because you know, say if Kartel do this and get the hit there, you know. You see, not say,
you hear
me now?
We don't want to be no president.
Listen, listen, because I tell you, one thing for sure, you know.
All artists right now. Right now. 2026. My favorite artist is Kartel. Yeah. You understand? But right now, I'm Masicka, you know? Yeah. I say Masicka is a man. I'm a drive right now. Yeah. But Vybz Kartel still beside him. Yeah. You have a favorite Masicka song? boss this him that.
Yeah. All right, big up yourself. Yeah, man.
All right, that is
Who's the artist, dancehall artist right now?
Right now.
That is it. Where is
My favorite artist is Vybz Kartel. Yeah. You understand? But right now.
Yeah.
Some man I go play.
And
Some man I go play number 2 to get number 1 song. All right.
no, not do it.
Me not say me not want to become a president, you know, but I
Yeah.
just saw it just show you the level of where some people will go for really get the results or get success. You understand what I'm saying?
And as you mentioned that, I think that is why like a lot of people have a problem with that specific action, because he is such an influential figure that people will just be inspired, including fellow entertainers, to do that kind of level of shenanigans like on the media.
But here's the thing now. The thing is about it is Cartel kind of is that as of that personality where based on what we know, him take everything we forward with it. You understand what I'm saying? And just make light of it in this moment. But will the others, if any of them do it, will they be able to take all the other things them forward with it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, and he's the type where, like you mentioned, him take on the whole, I'm gonna see one man I say I show brief, you know, and whatever. You know, so I'm not even allowing people to say whatever, but in truth, was that something great or was it shaky vibes?
No, definitely shaky vibe, Kishima. You guys know that, with the whole Vybz Kartel thing. Like, no, nobody else no come out or come doing that, or making that type of thing video, showcasing yourself on social media like that. So again, it's just the whole thing of the controversy. The album is coming out, and we want to see if it's worth it, because again, you are willing to take those steps. You're able to come out here and make, do all of these things, hoping to get some sort of traction, with your album or with the music or whatever. Let's see if it's worth it. So far, I don't see where, there's much tractions coming out of it, as far as, you've dropped, Vybz Kartel dropped two songs so far. In the one day, what we can see is, God on Time. The streaming numbers is there, but I don't see, the impact on social media. I don't see where, it's playing anywhere well yet. I mean, maybe it's too early to tell, but let's wait and see based on what will happen. Just want to slip and slide over to this video by Fully Bostonist. So the caption on this one, Nico Fire calling Vybz Kartel names, but don't like people making derogative pics of him. So let's get into this one really quickly to hear what Bostonist had to say. A really short one on this video.
Morning, every day above ground is a blessing, chat. Always remember that. So chat, just turn on my TV a while ago and put it from Fear Majors. And in my head, I wonder if Nico Fire did go run out and say, yo, Vybz Kartel. I love that song there. Love that grown-up song there, But yes, funnily, he actually came out and said something. But the part where shot me, him called Vybz Kartel, I show brief. And that's the part where get me, because you know why it get.
Where would it get you? Why would him come out in and brief? So if people are gonna make memes and mimic him and call him names, like why it hurt you so much? Why does it hurt you so much? Like, and I know that specific video that you're talking about where Nico Fire is concerned. So why? Because him call Vybz Kartel names. Why that bother you so much? That's strange.
Me? Why get your prince? Nico Fire are the same one who came out and say, oh, the man them actually I make AI video with him sitting in a man lap and a kiss man.
Yeah, but AI video and real life actions are two different things. I can sit here and I can make an AI video of somebody which is very demeaning, and it doesn't show for the clear picture, the real picture of what's really happening, type of thing. But we know that Vybz Kartel came out in his drawers in front of everybody on the internet. So therefore, if people are going to drag him and call him names, why are people offended about that? Why are you offended about that? So again, your point is really not valid as far as what you're saying so far, because AI and real life situations are two different things.
And also, how them make AI picture with him with belly bang and in a skirt.
And speaking of those AI video, guys, literally, I have been holding on to this video for far too long. Like I don't even know if I still have it. Very traumatizing. I have been holding on to this video for quite some time, or videos rather. And let me just tell you, it's definitely a Gaza page. And I won't even click on some of the videos, guys, the way how disgusting that they are. But and again, these are AI, guys. AI, it's not like real life things, which is different. Is different, right? Look what them do, being a man. Look what they did to, and that's not even the beginning or the ending of it, type of thing. Like, for really a man to really sit down and put together all of these things, like even like this, I understand it's actually, I understand, so that's just trolling right here. I don't really have a picture with that. I have an issue with that picture, but that's just really that's just really and truly is just bantering. But there's some of the photos here that's just really like how does a man just literally sit up and create these videos? Like art, like that makes sense. Like, as a straight man, you sit down and have AI videos of two men sitting down and making out that. Like, make that make sense. You understand? Make that make sense. This is just, and again, it's a Vybz Kartel page. So it's a Gaza person who did this. And then to make matters worse is, people are liking it and they're commending him, commending the person on, on what he has done, regarding these videos. So I don't know what Bostonist is talking about, because that is just literally something different compared to, AI from reality. So somebody come out in reality and literally, talking about something that somebody has done and bantering them and calling them, names, which is bantering type of thing. It's different from AI. Real Kid, how are you? Big up yourself. How are you doing tonight? Big up yourself. Real Kid say outside. How are you? Big up yourself, Real Kid. Thank you for being here tonight. Can be a double standard if AI is AI, real life is real life, right? And why you so hurt? I mean, you set top of the morning, spooned. Why you come out so ready and just ready, alert for just come back up Vybz Kartel? And at the same thing y'all do, like, you guys come out and talk the most about other people fan bases, and talk about one side, and talk about vendetta, when talk about unroll, and talk about every other fan base. But anytime people talk about Uno just quick for just jump and play a victim. Like, Gaza shouldn't have no problem when people call them name, because Uno out here would make the most problem out here with people. So why you so upset because Nico called Vybz Kartel, when call him? He came out in his underwear, so what? No double standard. And just to make it clear, guys, I've seen the video that he's talking about with Nico Fire. Nico Fire literally was giving props. And I played the video yesterday. Nico Fire was literally giving props because Nico Fire was saying that, all right, him hear the song Gone on Time, and him say, all right, him can rock with it, right? Him can really rock with it. It's not that bad type of thing. So literally Nico came out and he was saying that, but what, he's not going to come out and highlight that part of it. What he's so upset about, everything else, is the mere fact that, Nico called Vybz Kartel name. Like, guys, you cannot make these things up. The way how these people are out here and they get so much in their, as grown men Why are you guys getting in your feelings so much when people when you're being called names and things like that? Like, make that make sense, make that make sense, type of thing. So, just wanted to share that video with you guys, as far as what's happening in the space. Again, that Vybz Kartel, on the algorithm still, and of course, just based on things that he's out here doing again. Yeah, so just wanted to bring forth that, guys. Make sure that we're liking up the live, guys. Make sure that we are sharing and we're subscribing to the channel if we are indeed new here. Let's continue to stream Masicka music on all major platforms, guys. Let's get the music out there. As well, guys, don't forget, the album is around the corner. The album is around the corner. The album is indeed around the corner as well. So we just want to make sure that we support Masicka to to the best of our ability until the album is dropped. All right, guys. All right, guys. Honoring our 5 million views for tonight. Let's hop into Bossy, guys. Let's hop into Bossy as we honor our 5 million views in 1 month on Bossy. Don't forget, guys, let's stream Bossy on all major platforms, and we want to run it up to 1 million on Spotify. So make sure that we're doing the right thing. Make sure that we're doing the right thing, and we're supporting the artists. All right. All right, let's see. I'm gonna unshare and then share again, guys. Hold on for a second here. All right, let's see. Hold on. All right, guys. So as we move into the 5 million mark in a month, guys, celebrating Bossy, as we want to bring Bossy all the way till summer, guys. We Bossy all the way until summer and beyond. All right, so big up to each and everybody for passing through tonight, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you guys today, just highlighting some of the things that's happening in the space, as we of course highlight what's going on, as far as looking forward to Masicka's anticipated album, just kind of like looking in based on what we've had so far, based on albums, and kind of like looking into what we may have in the future, or what the style or who is going to be featured in the future. So let's keep our eyes out, guys. Let's keep our eyes out and keep our just watch out to see the album. Make sure that we are absolutely there for when it dropped, because as you know it, guys, it's going to be epic. So let's just make sure that we are being vigilant based on the album loading, guys. So I appreciate everybody for passing through tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Just Skinny, big up yourself. Thank you for passing through. DL Citadelian, thank you so much for passing through as well. Real Kid, big up yourself. Thank you for passing through as well. Shout out to Kyle for passing through early as well. Dented, Chubby, big up yourself. Thank you for passing through. Mr. West, Toughhead, big up yourself, guys. Thank you so much for joining in on the conversation tonight. And of course, guys, I'll see you in the next one.